And a panel is happening right now focusing on the reality of immigration. It looked like this earlier this afternoon, but now it's filled with dozens of people. Jackie Pascal is here with us to tell us about her experience at the panel. But before we hear from her, let's hear from one of the panelists she spoke to earlier today. Dr. Catherine Reynolds is a clinical practitioner at the Humanitarian and Immigration Law Clinic at Elon Law. She says there are terms being misused and misunderstood about immigration and is hoping the panel can clear up the difference between fact and fiction. So Jackie, can you tell us a little bit about what the generic mood and atmosphere was like during your time at the panel?
Yeah, so you could kind of see the clip earlier, but I mean, the entire room was empty earlier and it's entirely full now. Everyone is there. Very diverse crowd. Pretty much everyone from Elon, from all walks of life were there. And they definitely were looking forward to hearing more about the fact and fiction idea. That's what the whole panel was focused on, of saying, okay, this was a term that you might have heard before, but you might have some ideas about it that aren't necessarily true. So that's what the whole panel was going to break down. I was only there for the first 20 minutes, but we're going to have all of the full coverage later tonight.
Now, was there a wide range of opinion expressed at this panel, or were they coming from a specific angle?
So the panelists, there were 4 of them along with the moderator, and they definitely all had a certain belief going in. They definitely were more pro-immigration. Not necessarily to say that that was based on a certain belief, but they were, they're all doctors. They have these beliefs based on fact, and the facts that they were bringing forward. In the panel, they talked about, economics. They had an economics professor. They talked about policy and whether or not this is actually a new conversation or if it's an old conversation in history. And so they all said that this is not a new conversation, that it'll continue to be a conversation in years to come. But they definitely all came at it with the idea that immigration, not a bad thing.
Interesting.
And we'll have the full story for you on that on elonnewsnetwork.com tonight.
Thank you, Jackie. And Dr. Catherine Reynolds has more to say about this panel earlier. Let's hear from her now.
I hope that people walk away with a more critical perspective to question what they're hearing and to figure out the facts behind those words, because they're often not being used in a way that really lines up with the facts and the numbers.
Thank you, Jackie and Dr. Reynolds. Elon News Network will have more about this panel on our website at elonnewsnetwork.com.